Hello out there, this is Ryan from Stop Spammers. With the release of the Stop Spammers Premium WordPress plugin in early 2020, we've added several features and have more fantastic updates in the pipeline, many of them community requests. And I figured now is a good time to take a quick breather and create an end-to-end tutorial. Let's start from the beginning. Stop Spammers and Stop Spammers Premium are two plugins that work together with all settings under one menu in the WordPress admin. This tutorial is to cover the premium options. So first, to get started, you can purchase a single multi-site and lifetime license from the stopspammers.io website. Select one of the tiers and then click on Checkout. You will receive an email that looks a lot like this one that has the link to the plugin download, as well as a link to the free plugin and the license key that will be assigned to your account only. At any time, you can go to My Account and view those details from this dashboard, including the ability to see the purchase history, download your invoices, and manage your licenses so that you can determine what sites have the license active and what sites don't. And at any time, you can upgrade your license to a different pass. For this demonstration, I have already installed Stop Spammers, which can be found in the WordPress repository. I've also downloaded the Stop Spammers Premium zip file, which can be directly uploaded to your websites or imported using FTP. Once activated, you'll see a new submenu under Stop Spammers called License Key. You'll need to go to the License Key submenu and add the key that was generated from your purchase, click Save Changes, and then click Activate. Once that's done, you'll see another submenu appear called Premium Features. And now we get to the features as of 2021. This will be the first release as of the calendar year 2021, and all future iterations will be .1, .2, and so on as we add more features. We have more information about all of these settings on the stopspammers.io website, and you can go to any of the details pages to learn more about a specific setting. I'll start with what isn't on this page. Our honeypot is enabled when the plugin is active. It's a secure captcha-less solution that guards our forms like login and contact, as well as WordPress core forms like comments. We have extended it to guard popular third-party plugins like Contact Form 7, bbPress, and Forms modules for Elementor and Divi like Contact, Login, and Opt-in. We're very receptive to community feedback, and this is especially true of our honeypot. All of our third-party integrations have been community requests, and we'll continue to field those and identify which ones are best suited for integration. In the first box, we have a list of available shortcodes. Each one can be inserted into any post type or widget area. First up is our secure and lightweight contact form. We'll paste that into the home page, and here's what it looks like on the front end. We have a video tutorial upcoming about customizing this to match your theme design. The second shortcode will display a login form. As with our contact form, it's lightweight and very themable. We'll have a video on customizing it to meet your design needs shortly. So let's grab that shortcode, and we'll add a new page. We can call it anything we like. For the purposes of this example, we'll just call it login and give it the shortcode here and click Publish. So once that's published, we can see that we can go to that page, and there's nothing on there right now. If we refresh, then we have our themable login form. There are several settings around the login experience, and we have 3 short codes that can display the name, username, or email of the logged in visitor to your website. Grab a couple of these here, go with the display name, and we'll add it to a widget area. Here we go. Box 2 has our server-side firewall setting. It's enabled by default and runs silently in the background. We recommend keeping this one enabled unless you're troubleshooting. In boxes 3 and 4, we can add more personalization to the login UX. If we have a published area with the themed login shortcode, like we demonstrated earlier, or a widget area, we can choose to hide the wp-login.php page, which is often one of the greater sources of vulnerability or points of vulnerability for any WordPress website. Let's go ahead and enable this. And then on the front end, as a visitor to the website, what we'll see when we go to that page is we are redirected to that theme's 404 page. Going to skip to box 4. Here's where we can specify whether or not we want visitors to log in with the ability to log in using their username or their email, or just restrict it to one or the other. Let's set it to email only. And if we go back to the login page, we can see that the language changes to instruct users only to try entering their email address and password rather than using their username. Circling back to box 3, we have our brute force protection, which is disabled by default, but you can enable that and specify a number of attempts in a set amount of time, and then specify how long to have the account locked out once that threshold is met. We have one more personalization, so we'll navigate to Appearance menus to showcase it. When Stop Spammers Premium is enabled, there will be a new menu item selection box, and from here we can choose to have the login, logout, registration page, or login, logout page showed on the website on any of our menus. So we'll just enable those and then return to our home page to see the result. So we have logout and logout. We do not have registration because I'm already logged in, and I wouldn't need to register twice. If I am a visitor who's not logged into the website, my experience will be slightly different. So I'll have the login link here, register, and log in. I could change the text in these. For example, with this one, let's just get rid of the login and log out links. And then in here, the visitors to your website who are signed in to their accounts will see the log out message. So I'll just change this to sign out, and I'll change it to sign in. And then back on this page, you can see that the language has changed to reflect those changes. Let's return now to the Stop Spammers Premium Features page. The remaining 3 settings are more administrative in nature. So we have export log settings, which if we go to the log report, we can see that we can specify up to 150 rows saved or records saved in our history, but beyond that we don't have an option to capture the historical data just because we want to keep the database in pristine condition. So at any point in time, you can export the data that's shown in the log in order to have that information saved in the future. So click on that, and it'll show the Excel file with the naming convention. And once we open this, we can see the same data that's being showed today in the log report page. Let's return back to the Stop Spammers Premium Features page. And the remaining 3 features are more administrative in nature. So we have the export log settings. If we go to the log report, we can see that only up to 150 records can be saved. So this is a good opportunity to save the information that's current today before it gets wiped away, to keep the database pristine. And to do that, we would just export, and we can open or save the Excel file that's generated and view the data or save it for later. And this will show you the data that's currently shown in the log report. We also have the ability to export the settings and import them to another site. There are several configurations that can be made, more than 50 options across the free and premium plugins, and several arrays for things like spam words and allowed and blocked IP addresses and emails. So because Stop Spammers is very configurable, we know that capturing customizations and importing them to another website could potentially save a lot of time over manually making those changes in a new or different website. And then finally, we have the ability to reset the settings back to the way that they were out of the box. So if we just click on reset, we can actually just verify that. So we'll make a couple changes here in the protection options. So these settings, the export and import, as well as the reset settings, all apply to premium and free settings. So we'll just click reset, and then back on the protection options page, we have both of these settings back to enabled. Thank you for taking the time to look through this plugin. We really appreciate your interest, and let us know in the comments or through contact if you have suggestions for improvements or would like some more questions answered, and we'll be happy to accommodate those questions. Thanks again.